Hey, what's up guys? Welcome back. This is Danny. I just found a pretty good deal on OfferUp on a LTZ 250 4-stroke Suzuki quad. So I'm gonna go check it out right now. I just messaged the lady on OfferUp and I told her I'm on my way, so got the truck ready. I just had the trailer already hooked up anyway, so I'm just gonna go with the trailer. So yeah, let's head on over and see what this thing's about. Maybe pick it up and do a quick flip on it. All right guys, just made it back home. Truck right here, and there she is. So I ended up picking it up. So it's a 2004 Suzuki LTZ 250. So she said that she gave me in a new box the new carb. I guess they bought a new carb. We're gonna check it out, probably take this one apart. It looks like a new OEM Nikuni carb, so that's good. Plastics looks like they might have been repainted, so I want to see how they clean up. Other than that, it looks pretty good. So it did come with a title, which is nice. I wasn't expecting it to come with a title. So being that it does have a title, makes things really nice and easy. Yep, so that's pretty much it. So yeah, we'll dig into this. Hopefully it can be a quick flip. But we'll see. All right. Hey, what's up guys? It's the Power Sport Bros here. So we got this 04 Suzuki LTZ 250. And I showed you guys that I went to go pick this one up. It's a pretty good deal. So we're gonna go ahead and just take a look at it. The guy said that it doesn't start, that it needs a new carb. So they gave us a new carb right here. But we'll probably just take this one that is on the quad apart and just check it out. And at the same time, we'll just do a compression test. Make sure it has compression, check for spark, and check the carburetor, and then hopefully it should start. So the battery's shot too, so probably gonna have to jump it and then get a new battery or try to charge it. So yeah, let's go ahead and get right into it. Okay, so we're gonna go ahead and just take off all the plastics so we can get to the carb and the... So usually when we buy stuff like this, we don't know how long it's been sitting. So we like to get to the top of the cylinder, take off the spark plug, and just put some like oil in the cylinder, just so that we don't cause any funny business, right Matt?
Yeah.
So one time we got a quad and the guy told us it's just been sitting. We tried to crank it and it was just completely seized, and then we look in there and it was just straight rusted. And so we like to just take extra safety precautions. Slide this off. Perfect. Alright, so now we just got the carbs already like off. The guy before us said that he was gonna change the carb, but he never got to it, so we'll go ahead and do that right now. So we got both clamps undone. Matt's just pulling out the carb right now. There we go. Oh, there's the choke. Gotta disconnect that. Disconnect the choke cable right there. Get an Allen key.
Yeah, an Allen key.
I mean, freaking 14. Yeah, we'll use an Allen key to take that off right there. We'll see how that works. There we go. Just comes twisted off just like a regular bolt. And then
throttle cable.
See, that's what the choke kind of looks like. Throttle cable, it's those 3 bolts right there to that side cap. We should just toss everything on the ground. Yeah. And then it's pretty simple. You just pull this back and take off that line. If you want to do that. Alright, then pull on this brass plug. And then whenever you're doing this, just make sure this is like a 2-piece setup. So this little brass plug goes on the actual cable. So make sure you don't lose that right there.
And then this.
And then you can just slide the cable out. There you go. You just keep everything organized in a little bin. Alright, so that's how you take off the carb. Pretty simple. So we'll go ahead and open it up. Just take a look at it real quick. So now we're just gonna take off the spark plug and put some oil, like we said, in the cylinder. Just when we crank it over, so it's got some lubrication. So usually just we got some tiny syringes here. Just grab a syringe, grab just a little bit of engine oil and throw it in there. Alright, so we just got a little bit of oil in this syringe. So go ahead and just put it in the cylinder. Just like move it around. There you go. Drink up, little buddy. Now we're gonna just go ahead and crank it, check for spark. What you do is you just put the spark plug back on the boot outside of the cylinder, and then once we crank it, we'll just touch a grounding point on the frame and you should see spark on the tip of the spark plug. Yeah, we got spark. So you could see, got some pretty good spark. So we'll do a quick compression test just to make sure everything looks good, and if it all checks out, then we'll just throw on the carb and it should start, hopefully. Alright guys, so we got the compression testing tool connected. So usually you want to look for like somewhere above 100 PSI for the compression. If it does have good compression, then this thing should just start right up once we get the carburetor.
Let's see.
Oh yeah. We're running 170 PSI. This thing's like brand new.
It's a good motor.
Yeah, so it looks pretty good.
Just the carb clean.
So we'll go ahead and just tackle this carb. Check out everything, the jets, make sure it's all clean, and then should start. Alright guys, so here are the 2 carburetors. So this is the one that was on the quad. This is the one that the guy gave us in a box. So you can kind of just tell this one's a Mikuni original. It says made in Japan. This one says Mikuni too, but it looks like it's some kind of off-brand. And you can tell the bowl is just a lot smaller. There's a lot of differences. The actual ports, the intake port on this one is a lot smaller than this one. So we'll probably just stick with the original carb. Usually they tend to run a little bit better. So we'll go ahead and open this one up and throw this one to the side. Okay, first things first, what you want to do is take off the 4 bolts that hold the bowl in place. And then you got the bowl right there. You can see there's a little bit of gunk at the bottom. You can see the gas is super yellow, so it's probably some old gas in there. So those are the jets right there. That's what we're gonna be messing with. So you got your main jet right there. Go ahead and take it out. There's the main jet. Kind kind of look through it, you can kind of see through this jet pretty good. So it looks pretty clear.
Starter jet.
This is the starter jet. You can see this one as well. It looks pretty clear, you can see through it. And then you got the idle jet. So usually the idle jet is the smallest jet. This is the one that usually tends to get clogged. And I would like to show you guys, but there's probably no way you can see through this, and I don't even think you can see through. So we're probably gonna have to clean this jet if we can, or if not, we're gonna replace it. So I'm gonna go ahead and try to clean this. That's pretty much it.
It has a tamper-proof fuel screw, so we might drill through that so we can adjust the fuel screw. And this is a constant velocity carb, a CV. So we'll probably take off these two and look at the rubber and make sure it's good.
Yeah, so we're gonna go ahead and clean these jets, take a look at that, and then we'll see how things look from there. Okay, so we just popped off this cap, and you can see that this rubber gasket is not seated good at all. You can see that's how it kind of was, kind of off to the side. So we'll go ahead and just take a look at it, clean it up, and then just try to put it back on correctly. We check for any tears. It looks pretty good.
Yeah, that's good.
And so with the jets, you can buy these off like Amazon or eBay. They're just little jet cleaning kits. Usually they don't come with really small wires. I got a wire from a spring actually, and you can see I stuck the wire through this small jet. So your best friends for carb cleaning is going to be these wire brushes, and it's going to be some carb cleaner. So once you stick the wire through, try to clean it up a little bit, put the jet on the end of the tube, and then just squirt some carb cleaner through. Just clean up everywhere with some carb cleaner, and then we'll throw it back together, and it hopefully should run. Okay, so I just finished cleaning these jets. You can see this one. You can see now, right? Yeah, you can see through now. Before you weren't able to see almost at all. So these jets are clean. I cleaned the bowl, looks clean. And now we're just gonna drill through this little tamper-proof thing. Okay, so we'll go ahead and throw it together. We'll put the main jet on first. And we got tighten those both up. And then we'll go ahead and throw the idle jet in. Alright, so we got the carb all cleaned. It's ready to go. Got everything back on. So we're gonna go ahead and just throw it in. Same thing as how we took it out. Alright guys, so we just got the car back on. Nicely mounted. We're gonna bring the fuel tank.
Baby, that's my plan.
Alright, let's cut this fuel line. Got some snips. We'll cut that fuel line, install it. Alright guys, so we put the quad back together. So before we put it back, we noticed that the fuel tank, it had some nasty gas in there. So we went ahead and just cleaned it out, got rid of the bad gas, put some new fresh gas in there. And then with the carb, we got it all mounted up, we got it in place, we got it all together. We got some new fuel line on there because the old fuel line was like super crusty. And then the petcock on the actual tank was just completely like gunked up. There was no fuel coming through it, so we just went ahead and installed a new petcock, new fuel line, new gas. Carb is on. We actually did a new spark plug too, just to make sure that this thing, you know, is running top notch. So we got the jump box on. The battery's still dead. We're probably gonna just charge it. So we're just gonna try to start it right now, and hopefully we can get it to fire. So let's go ahead and do that. The jump box is on. It's all connected. So, there you go. A little bit of smoke here, but we put some oil, if you guys remember, in the cylinder. So that's probably what's causing that smoke. But yeah, she started. So we're just gonna probably throw it back together, get it running a little bit better, and then we'll take it out and give you guys a better look. Alright guys, so we just pretty much finished it all up. We got it to idle good. So now we're just gonna throw all these plastics back on. I took the front bumper off actually because it was a little bit bent, and I'm gonna straighten it up, paint it, throw it back on, where we'll wash it. And then that's pretty much it. She should be ready to go. So let's go ahead and do that. So I'm gonna pull this thing outside now. Matt's just spraying some Goog on these stickers because maybe some of you guys like this stuff, but I'll be honest, I don't. So I'm gonna get rid of all these stickers and then go ahead and just wash it, and that's it.
All right, so we got Citrus Strip stripping gel for the paint. We just applied it on with a paintbrush. And as you can see, the paint's coming right off, just bubbling off. We'll just give it a good pressure wash in 30 minutes.
Hey, what's up guys? Welcome back. So it's the next day. We finally got this quad running good. So once we threw the carb on, it just needed some minor adjustments. We got that all squared, fixed the front bumper on it. I actually had to go and strip the whole thing, so it had some like orange paint. You can still see a little bit of residue here and there, but it was painted orange. I don't know why, so I went ahead and just used quick strip orange, Walmart brand, and just put it all over, stripped all the paint off, and so it turned out pretty nice. This is it. So it looks pretty clean. We got the carb on there with the new lines, got it all cleaned up. Front tires are pretty good, rears are pretty shot. Touched up the suspension a little bit. You can see the bumper, we went ahead and fixed it, painted it, looks pretty good. Alright. Yeah, so it's a 2004 LTZ 250. It runs really good. I took it up and down the street a few times. Alrighty, thanks again for watching. We'll see you guys in the next one.